In this video, let me show you how to merge two JSON objects using jQuery. So to illustrate this, I have already saved a web page, changed the title to Merge JSON Objects, and also added reference to the latest jQuery file. Now we need to have some space to display the result, and also we have to write the code. So to merge JSON objects, we are going to use the extend method offered by jQuery. So first let me have a div element to display the result, div with id result, and let me add the script section, script, and within this, as we are going to write the code in jQuery, we need to have the document.ready event. So $document.ready, and here we need to write function open and close parenthesis, open and close curly braces, and here we need to write the code. So now we need to have at least two JSON objects, right? Then only we can merge them. So let me have first variable obj1 equals within curly braces. When we specify JSON, we need to specify the key and value within double quotes, right? So name is the first one. Let me specify the value as Sarah Smith. Okay. And put a comma. The second one is age. That also we need to specify within double quotes. So 35, I am specifying the age. Then let me have another variable. Let it be say obj2 equals, again within curly braces, let me specify role, that is a job position, to be say accountant. Put a comma and specify location as say Canada. Okay, so now we have two JSON objects, first one with name and age and the second one with role and location. Next, we are going to use the extend method offered by jQuery to merge these two objects. So I can specify $.extend, and for the extend method, we can specify the target and then the objects to be merged. And also we can specify without a target. Suppose I just specify obj1, obj2. What will happen is that these two objects will be merged. JSON objects will be merged and it will be saved into this obj1 variable because we haven't specified a different target. So the first one will be considered as a target. If you want to have it in a separate variable, we need to specify the first parameter as a target. Now we will have the merged JSON object in obj1, right? So what we can do now, we can just try to display it in the div element. So $#result dot text. Let me convert this obj1 into a string to display it. So let me specify json.stringify of obj1. Now let me save this and show you. This is a web page. Let me refresh. See, the two JSON objects have been merged like name Sarah Smith, age 35, role accountant, and location Canada. So we can use the extend method to merge two JSON objects. Now suppose we want to have it in a separate variable. Here the object 1 has been modified, right? As of now, object 1 is the merged JSON object. obj2 is this one. So suppose we want to have a separate target, what we can do is that as a first parameter, we can specify the target. So here you could find the extend methods format. So you can specify target obj1 to objn. As many objects you can specify. Here we have added only 2. If you want, we can have one more. Let me show you. That is here. Let me have where obj3 equals, let me specify some personal details like husband, John Smith, and let me put a comma, child, and Smith. Okay. And here we just have to specify obj3 also. Now let me save this. Let me refresh. See, all the JSON objects have been merged. So we can have n number of objects to be merged. And suppose we want to have it in a separate target. Here you could see that we can specify the target if we want. So how we can do that? Here, instead of this, let me comment this and let me specify where obj equals $.extend, and in place of target, I can just specify an empty string, then obj1, obj2 and obj3. So obj2 and obj3. And here, while displaying the result, we have to get it from obj, not obj1. Now let me save this. We will get the same result in fact. Let me refresh. See, we are getting the same result. So first we have specified without a particular target, and here we have specified a target for the merged JSON objects. Now, suppose we want to have the modified data. For example, if the role is specified as accountant here, and if there is another object with role senior accountant, then that modified data should be included, right? In that case, we can pass a parameter true or false as the first parameter. If it is true, then it will be happening recursively. We don't have to specify false. That is, if the condition is false, we don't have to specify any value. But if we want to happen it recursively, we can pass true as the first parameter. So let me show you that as well. So here let me comment this up to this. Okay. And let me just copy these two here. Suppose I specify, let me paste this, name Sarah Smith. Instead of age, suppose I specify role to be, say, accountant. Okay. And one more value, that is info. Let it be again an object with weight 60, that is 60 kg. Okay. I forgot to close this, and here an extra double quotes has been added. And also I want to specify the height to be, say, 164, which is in centimeters. Okay, so I have added name to be Sarah Smith, role to be accountant, and info as weight and height. Now inside this, suppose I specify husband to be John Smith. Okay, put a comma, and role to be senior accountant, and instead of location, suppose I specify info, and I'm just modifying the weight only. So in curly braces, I am specifying the weight to be, say, instead of 60, it has been increased to 64. So what happened here? In obj1, we have name Sarah Smith, role accountant, info with weight and height. And in obj2, I have specified husband John Smith, role to be senior accountant, and info to be only weight. That is a modified weight. Now, suppose we just remove this obj3 because there is no object 3 as of now. Now let us see what is the output. Let me save this and refresh. You could see that name as Sarah Smith, role as senior accountant, that is a modified value. Info as weight only, that is the last weight we have given, husband John Smith. Now here, suppose we pass true as the first parameter and save this. Now what will happen? Let me show you. Let me refresh. See, height is also added. So it is happening in a recursive manner. So role is the modified value, but for info, the weight is 64, which is the second value, and height is given, which is from the first object. So this has happened in a recursive manner. So if you want to happen the merging of JSON objects in a recursive manner, you can pass true as the first parameter. That is what we have done here. This is the target object. If we want, we can have it. Even if it is not there, no problem. The obj1 will be modified in that case. But if we want to happen the merging in a recursive manner, we can pass true as a first parameter. If it is false, we don't have to specify anything. So this is how we can merge two JSON objects in jQuery using the extend method offered by jQuery.